What is up, everybody? Rayhatesu here, bringing you another Smite gameplay, game and guide. This time for Apollo, god of music from the Greek mythology. Technically, he's a god of a lot of things: music, medicine, poetry, and archery. Well, he shares that kind of with Artemis. But Artemis is the god of the hunt, whereas Apollo is the official god. Check that. And F, that's slow. That would prevent me from getting Is 80 carry with an interesting kit. It allows him to do a thing in Conquest known as split pushing. Split pushing, you ask? Split pushing is going to another lane on your own and farming up the creeps, pushing it all the way to the enemy towers, and even taking the towers if the enemies aren't paying attention. Oftentimes, the enemy is going to focus on you or your team.
First,
when you need them, and you still have to push the towers to get the beats down to assure yourself of a win in the game. This is where gods like Apollo come in. Apollo isn't so much of an 80 carry that wins games in that. His damage output is excessively high. It's there. It can be frightening. However, his real ability just comes in that he's dead. He has 2 escapes. And his passive, once you hit 10 successful basic attacks, your next 5 are at an increased fire rate, as you can see. It's up in my head, and once it is, the next 5, I'd like to say 6, or technically it is 5. Basic attacks are at an increased fire rate, allowing for very quick, very high amounts of fire. Anyway, Apollo's one is known as So Beautiful. It is a straight skill shot nuke that hits all enemies in the back. Does a nice chunk of damage. Very useful for cleaning up a kill early game. Or farming up minions, as you would use it. The nice thing about that is Apollo is basic attack chain. Basic attack chain. This is how you can do that without impunity. Or with impunity. In other words, you can do it freely without any gear. Once you level Serenade up, it just gets to the point where you don't care about it.
your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Anyway, Apollo's 2 is called Serenade. Apollo sings to enemies in a small radius around him. Enemies hit by Serenade are mesmerized. This means that unless they take damage, they are stunned. Close. Just close to stun as you can. Without it being a stun, you can't see, anyway. Apollo's dash is called reverse. Apollo dashes forward and goes through all enemies in his path. If this dash happens to catch a teammate in the end, he just happens to get down upon the ability that says otherwise. He will receive, he and teammate will receive minor speed as very good. Also, I forgot to say, Serenade also gives you minor physical and magical protection. You try it, Rob. Across the sky. Apollo calls his Chariot and his crowd control immune, and then he cannot. And then he is unaffectable by damage, or it will be attacked as he rides across the sky for 50 mana per second. So get out of lane, free and alive. Very, very useful. And he ran away because he is a chicken. Yeah. It's funny, damn it. I should probably go back soon. Since I finish off this wave. Head back, get some more items. Apollo, you want to build like a standard carry. But remember, in early game, he can box with the best of him, but unless he gets fed to a degree, he's not going to be the best carry. Go and do everything. He can, because his ultimate makes him ultimate gank machine. But we're just gonna ult out. Down to Rosette. I get hit by A ability. I'm dead. Granted, he doesn't need to hit that.
You have been slain.
Well, I didn't really care. As you can see, I'm kind of well farmed. Anyway, for Apollo, you want to build him like a standard carry. Heartseeker is one of your first early rushed items. Second rushed item being Keen's Blades or Keen's Size, depending on the tankiness level. I just prefer Keen's Size overall. They're very useful, especially against squishy characters, because every little bit of health matters. The fact that it assuredly does more solid, more static, and more damage for sure each second attack makes it oh so perfect. Very quick, very easy farm out of that row. Go around any god.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy phoenix.
Gives him cooldown or crowd control immunity. He can just get the hell he can get either out of or into dodge whenever he needs to, as just shown. Heading back now because I can buy the next type of fusion hit, which is actually a toss-up. More people would prefer to get Deathbringer early for the high power crits, but I prefer to get Rage or Malice first. Generally Malice, because of its additional power and additional regular strike chance instead of the attack speed off of Rage. Because Apollo's attack speed with his own buff makes him just massive. However, I will go with the standard route because Deathbringer can turn the tide of any fight, and get Deathbringer now. And it's at this point, you're pretty well over-farmed. Ra is no challenge for you. You can easily just take everything in the jungle. In single-player joust. And any enemies that haven't been focusing you in Conquest are pretty morons because Fed Apollo is a frightening thing. A very frightening thing. You'll see. His attack speed. Now you're probably wondering, why am I not leveling my ultimate? That's most useful item. Not really. Its cooldown gets a little bit shorter the more you level it, but otherwise, it's not really all that important to level. So, keep that in mind when you use him. AFK level, like you're probably used to doing on all your other gods. And probably wondering, better lifesteal items that give better physical things, as well as a little bit better lifesteal. Yes, this is true, because Keen Size does not give any physical penetration, per se. However, its usefulness and its powerful nature make up for that. Anyway, my next item will be the Full Malice. Because with Apollo, again, you do not need the extra attack speed, but the extra crits are wonderful. And note, this is my personal standard carry build, so you're probably know what to expect next. And you should know that Heartseeker is the more common thing to have, but otherwise, I personally prefer to go Devo Blows for the safety of the pick.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
563 damage in crits now, and I'm critting very often, which makes me just so powerful as a god in this game. Hey, he doesn't heal. Take that. Suck it, Birdman. Anyway, nice thing about Apollo, he doesn't something like teleport to towers. Because his ultimate is pretty much a free get there. Stop hiding in the bush. I think he got stuck in the wall somehow. That was weird. That was weird. Anyway, I'm going to probably earn enough to finish off this next item. It's very cheap. And then probably head back. Should be doable with this next medium wave, actually. I could do it past it right now. Minotaur takes the most damage it can. If I lose it. Or at least severely injured. Another nice thing about Apollo's ultimate, he can literally fly all the way into the enemy base and dunk the Minotaur if it has just a tiny bit of health left, and win the game for you. making him just the ultimate tool for victory. Of course, there are times when he's not as useful as you wish, but generally he is one of the best gods to have around in your game and have knowledge of how to use. So, study up on your Apollo. He's very useful. And he'll help you out tremendously. Excuse me. This bird gets fucked up. And now I want to do something, because I know I'll have time. Speed buff does assist you in this, but literally bolts all the way across the map. Even going through stuff like this. Oh fuck, Phoenix. I did not think the Phoenix was back. Fuck. I'm a moron. I should have been paying attention. If the Phoenix is up, the Minotaur is basically invulnerable, so that was my foobar. That was my massive foobar of the day. My tower might take a little bit of damage, but what am I going to care? I'm Apollo, and plus I should still have a tiny amount of Phoenix minions pushing. Rah. So now I've got regular minions again because of the Phoenix. Damn it. Looks like the minions did damage the Phoenix though, which means regen is not active right now. Very good news for me. Paul used to be much more powerful because he could pick up multiple buffs, but now that buffs are limited to one per person, it's not quite as powerful as it used to be. I believe he used to be quite the face puncher. And unfortunately, since I did die, I lost half my stats. God damn it.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
Since I can easily last hit minions, should be able to get it shortly after finishing off this buff camp. Not one short. However, will I finish this? Maybe just another minion. Actually, I didn't even see him there. No. That is GG. Cool guys, so look at Minotaur's die.
Ladies, feast your eyes on the total package.
But yeah, Apollo is just one of the most powerful gods in the game. If you want to build him relatively practically, get Sprint on him so that you can hyper speed through your ultimate. You have to pop it before you go up. And get a either combat blink or purification beads to just keep yourself alive. Aegis works fine too. Sprint isn't really a necessity, it's just there if you really need to get somewhere very fast and don't want to use as much mana in your ultimate. Anyway,